guys, what is going on, and welcome back to What Shall We Do Next. I'm Mike, your host, and I hope you guys are having the best day ever. Before I get started, guys, if you are new here, please subscribe if you haven't already done that. We're on the road to 75,000 subscribers, and I would love you to join me on this journey. So hit subscribe right now and join the fam. And also, guys, go follow me on all my social media. Links are in the description. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Snapchat, so go follow me on all of those. And as you guys know, I've recently started a Facebook account, so you can add me on Facebook, and we can be Facebook friends, so go do that. Link is in the description. Finally, be sure to turn on the notification bell right next to the subscribe button. That way you get notified every time I upload a video. Thank you. But once again, I am coming back at you guys with another creepy video, and today we are talking about another scary story. A true scary story. And this scary story is called Street View. So, the story of Street View is a true story that took place in Japan about a man who is searching the Google Maps and notices something very strange. Now, before I get started on the story, guys, I just want to say I am very, very sick right now, so excuse the way I look, excuse the way I talk, and excuse just the lack of motivation, because I'm not feeling it today. I'm really not. But enough of the jibber jabber, let's get right over to the story. Street View. As you probably know, Google Maps has a feature called Street View that provides panoramic views of almost every street in every country in the world. The pictures are taken by cars equipped with cameras. The pictures show people walking down the street, but their faces are blurred to protect their privacy. However, if you are looking at Street View and you see a person whose face is not blurred, you should be very careful. This is something that I really experienced. I work in a company in the middle of the city. One night, I had to stay late at work. I was the only person left in the building. I was about to go home when I remembered I had an important meeting the next day on the other side of the city. I wasn't familiar with the area, so I opened Google Maps on my computer. I entered the address where the meeting was being held and figured out how I would get there the next day. Then, I opened Street View to take a look at the location. I noticed that on the street there was a pedestrian crossing. In the picture, there was a woman whose face was not blurred. The reason she caught my eye was that she looked very strange. Her face was very white and she was positioned in an odd way. Her head was twisted around and her neck was crooked. It reminded me of a doll being manipulated by a string. Something about the woman made me very nervous. My heart started beating fast and a chill ran down my spine. Somehow, I felt that I shouldn't be looking at her, and I immediately closed Street View. I was packing my bag and getting ready to leave, but curiosity got the better of me. I decided to take one more last look. When I opened Street View, I saw the same woman crossing the street, but somehow her face was even clearer, and I could make out her eyes. I zoomed in on her face. It seemed like she was staring at the camera. The more I looked at her, the more she seemed to be glaring at me. It was beginning to creep me out, and I regretted that I ever seen her. Then, all of a sudden, while I was staring at the picture, it seemed as if the woman's mouth began to move. At that exact moment, the computer screen turned black. All I could see was my own face reflected on the black screen. I sat there, staring at my own reflection in the monitor, not daring to move. I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. I couldn't even blink. I was half expecting to see the woman appear behind me on the screen. My heart was pounding fast. Boom, boom, boom. I kept trying to convince myself that it must have been an optical illusion caused by the dim light of the computer monitor, or just my tired eyes playing tricks on me. A moment later, the screen came back up. The picture of the woman was gone. All of the windows had been closed. I was just looking at my desktop. I shut down my computer and left the company. When I got home, I went straight to bed. As I was drifting off to sleep, all I could think about was the face of that strange woman and her unnerving glare. During the night, I must have woken up, or at least I thought I did. I couldn't open my eyes. I couldn't move a muscle. It was very, very unsettling. It felt as if I was completely paralyzed. As I was wondering what I should do, I heard the noise of a door closing. It sounded like it came from the entrance to my apartment. Then, I heard footsteps slowly making their way down the corridor. I wanted to jump out of bed, but my body refused to move. I couldn't even roll over. I felt totally vulnerable. The footsteps gradually approached my bedroom. I heard the sound of the bedroom door quietly opening. Then, the footsteps came closer and closer. I still couldn't open my eyes, but I sensed someone in the room. I felt something brush against my cheek. Then, I heard the sound of someone breathing. It sounded hoarse, like someone struggling to take in a breath. Then, I heard a faint voice whispering in my ear. "It hurts." It was the voice of a woman. All of a sudden, I was in control of my body again. I was able to move. Throwing off the covers, I jumped out of the bed and turned on the light. The room was empty. I was alone. My heart was pounding and sweat was dripping down my face. I was in such a panic, I could barely even think. I ran around my apartment, switching on all the lights. I couldn't bear to go back to sleep, so I sat down in the living room and watched TV all night. I stayed awake until it was morning, and it was time to go to work. Around lunchtime, I left the office and headed towards the location where my meeting was supposed to take place. When I got there, I saw the pedestrian crossing where the strange woman had been in Google Street View. Beneath the traffic lights on the pedestrian crossing, I noticed some flowers and candles had been set up on the pavement. There was also a framed photograph. The hair stood up on the back of my neck as I leaned over and took a closer look at the photograph. It was the same woman I had seen in Google Street View. She had been hit by a car and killed when she was crossing the street. And that is the end of that. I hope you enjoyed this creepy story. It is kind of creepy, and apparently it was a true story that took place in Japan, which makes it all the creepier. But my question to all of you guys for question of the day is, what would you have done if you were this guy? Like, what would you have done? I honestly think that the woman came in peace. She didn't mean to hurt him, and I don't even think she wanted to scare him. I think she wanted attention. And I think that maybe showing that he knows what happened to her might give her some closure, and she might be able to move on. Maybe just like putting some flowers down or something, like, I don't know, maybe that will free her. Let me know what you guys would do. That is question of the day. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button down below, and let's see if we can go for 7 billion likes on this video. I would really appreciate that. And remember, the most important thing of all, guys, chase your dreams. I love you all. Don't let anybody bring you down, and peace out.